Welcome to the Mint Report, our wrap-up of the day's business news. Here are the top stories. TCS reports better than expected earnings. Inflation accelerates in June. And markets end Thursday in the green. We start with India's biggest software firm, Tata Consultancy Services. While smaller rival Infosys posted disappointing numbers earlier this week, TCS did better than expected. The company reported a 28% increase in first quarter profit to 2,380 crores. This is the first time TCS has posted earnings under IFRS standards, instead of the US GAAP standards it previously used. The company said that while its results came on the back of robust demand, macroeconomic conditions were still uncertain. TCS reported its earnings after markets had closed. Shares of the firm had dipped 2.23% on the BSE on a day wider markets made gains. Moving to the economy now, new figures show inflation remains a cause of concern. General inflation accelerated in June, though not as much as some economists had feared. The wholesale price index for the month increased 9.44%. In May, the index stood at 9.06. Thursday's numbers are the last major macroeconomic data to come out before the Reserve Bank of India meets to review policy rates on the 26th. The stubbornly high inflation is likely to push RBI towards hiking rates once again, since it remains well above the RBI's comfort zone of 5 to 6%. Staying with inflation, food prices have also picked up speed. India's food price index rose 8.31% in the period to the 2nd of July. The previous week, it had gone up by just 7.61. Food inflation appears to be on the rise again after easing briefly. Monsoon rains in the 2 weeks to the 13th of July were 19% below normal. And finally, Indian markets rose modestly on Thursday after it turned out inflation wasn't as bad as some had expected. The Sensex gained 22 points to 18,618 and the Nifty rose 14 to 5,600. Some real estate shares surged after losses in earlier sessions. DLF jumped 3.15% on the BSE to 234 and Unitech zipped upwards 4% to 34 rupees. Banks were among the big gainers. SBI rose 1.4% to 2,466 and ICICI Bank climbed the same percentage to 1,069. HDFC Bank made a more modest gain of 0.55% to 505 rupees and 90 paise. That's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.